Hi, everybody. This is Wayne Decker, and it's the end of the year, and it's been my incredible privilege to lead the Flame Tree Initiative since its inception, almost 20 years ago now. And it is the end of the year, and I want to spend a little time talking to you personally about where we've been, where we're going, and the transition we're going through right now. But I need to remind you, perhaps, of what it is we actually do. We work in Malawi, in one of the technically poorest countries in the world, but I would argue the single best democracy in all of Africa, which is really cool. And it's a place that has, despite the poverty, has an amazing pool of talent in younger people. That did not exist even 10 years ago. So we work with those people. Entrepreneurship is really bootstrap development, and that's what we're working on. So we're delighted with where we've been, and in the last couple of years, we've had the opportunity to focus our work, particularly on what we call energy poverty. Nobody's going to get very far with education and public health in rural areas without energy. And the thing is, we're trying to address what we nicknamed the 85-11 problem. Malawi is 85% rural. Think about that. And only 11% connected to the national electric grid. Whoa, no brainer. We really need to build rural distributed energy. And that's usually through what are called mini grids. Solar, could be wind, or mini hydro. So we're locked onto that in a big way, and delighted to be doing it. And I have to say that I'm insanely proud of some of the people we work with. I want to mention just a couple. Wazi Mjathu is a very dynamic woman in this eastern Malawi. And she has taken it upon herself to really train villagers in that area on how to make briquettes. Not out of charcoal, but other things, waste in particular. And in order to do that, or because she does that, it really impacts the rate of deforestation. It really helps. And Waze is also locked on to helping people learn how to build their own biodigesters. She's creating fertilizer. Now, that may not be exciting, but it's absolutely essential for progress. Think about it, it is an agricultural economy. And then there's Marco Chumia. Marco is a farmer way up north with a college education and a very determined guy who wants to build sustainable farming. To do that, he needs solar power. So we're working with Marco to make that happen, and it will be a beautiful thing for that community he's involved with. And lastly, the amazing Hastings Makandawiri, we've known for quite a while. Hastings started electrifying his own village when he was a kid. And at this point, he has built hundreds of small mini hydroelectric turbines in order to power almost individual villages, individual houses sometimes. But it works, it creates light, it does all the other benefits of electricity. And so those are three of the people that we've worked with for a while that I'm so proud of. And we have helped dozens of people like that. And I'm equally excited about the future, because I think the way we're going to focus a bit in the future is to try to electrify warehouses. Now that sounds boring until you realize that Malawi has a huge problem with post-harvest loss. That's a fancy phrase for meaning food rots in the streets because it all is harvested at the same time. So cooperatives there, farmer cooperatives, have built these warehouses, but there's no electricity. If we could put solar on the roof, it allows us to create cold chains for things that be refrigerated, and it helps farmers with a higher income, selling at higher prices, and helps them do some kind of light manufacturing. And in that way, it's full circle. That warehouse becomes an anchor client to justify construction of a mini grid. So we're excited that that's going to take partnerships with other organizations in other countries, but that's where I think we're headed. The other thing we need to talk about today is the transition. This is a time of a big transition for Flame Tree and for me. Flame Tree has been around for a while. I'm proud of what we've done, but it is time for it to become a Malawian organization, not an American organization. That is, in some respects, an audacious move, but it's something we can pull off because we're small. We can pivot that way. And over the last 2 years, we've built a staff in Malawi, professional staff, and we are on the cusp of hiring an executive director over there who will assume a lot of the roles that I've had. And that person will work with the board of directors, the Malawian board of directors, to lead us into the future. So we're excited about that. It's a necessary thing, and we're so proud that we can pull it off. But it needs support, to be sure. They'll have a different financial model over there that will rely less long-term on American donors, more on Malawian donors. And there will be a number of earned income strategies, like a little bit of consulting, which we've already started to do over there. But in order to bridge the gap, in order to make that happen, we need assurance that we can pull off this switch over the next 2 years. We're in reasonably good shape, but if there's ever a time for you to dig deep into your pockets, I need you now. I really need you now. We want to make this happen. You should be proud of what you've done in the past by supporting us. But we'll give you ways to contribute, but I just want to say it again, we need you now. This is an incredible thing that we're doing, and we can pull it off with your help. On a personal level, I'm glad to be taking a smaller role, and I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am for your past support. And that means emotional support as well as financial support. This has been a great ride. It's not over yet, but I want to express to you as genuinely as I can how deeply appreciative I am. Thank you so very, very much.